Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we got a brand new developer talk from Treyarch detailing some more Black Ops 7 multiplayer information. This is actually in regards to the multiplayer trailer. We of course got that yesterday. We posted a couple of videos about the multiplayer gameplay details that were revealed from this, then also the pretty lengthy blog post they talked about. But in this, the devs themselves actually sit down and we actually get some information on a handful of things in the trailer you might have missed, and then also just further details on what multiplayer is going to be like. They address some things that I think are going to be pretty controversial gameplay elements and features, so let's see what they've got to say.
We're here to talk about some of our favorite moments from the Black Ops 7
this is like
multiplayer
almost
reveal
8-minute
trailer.
video too,
and
so this will be interesting.
Things you might have missed. This is the X9 Maverick, which is a burst AR, 3-round burst AR, and you saw TAC ADS while sliding, which is default for Black Ops 7.
Which you can
So that's kind of interesting. Confirmed right there as far as movement stuff goes. TAC ADS while sliding is a default thing. I'm not a big TAC stance guy myself. It's not something I utilize a ton outside of like if there's camo challenges that say, hey, get 25 kills while in TAC stance, then I'll use it. But they do it a lot in this trailer. I saw some comments about this. What's with all the holding the gun sideways? Why is that such a big thing? I was like, you know, it's probably a cinematic thing. They probably think it looks kind of cool. Just the default sliding thing here, which is certainly interesting. That's the ADS of your sliding mechanic by default.
and take a perk dexterity if you want to go full ADS while you're sliding. We'll get a look.
There you get that as well. So if you want to do a full ADS and slide at the same time, you have to be using dexterity, which is kind of a niche scenario unless you were just constantly sliding. But interesting details
wall
there.
jump right there.
Nonetheless,
Got fooled
wall
by
jump.
echoing it. This was a really fun one the team wanted to dive into with our field upgrades. A lot of people will do exactly like they've done in the trailer here and put this thing down at a piece of cover. So if you're opposing that echo unit decoy, it will get you.
It'll also
So there will be the, I guess, fake players, the echo unit decoy there. I already know I'm going to be like, I need 1 kill for a certain challenge, right? And I'm going to turn and see this decoy unit shoot that, and then I'm going to get taken out shooting at that. And then my streak's got to reset, and I'm going to lose my mind. I can already see it coming there.
cap points objectives.
The body shield returns with a
Oh, and it
nice
can
little
cap
plus
points.
one
That's
of the
interesting.
grenade finisher. It's one of my favorite things to do. Got a good smash cut of weapons here. Oh yeah.
Whole lot
our
of
old
weapons.
friend, the Peacekeeper, highlighting some of the attachments that this player's running right now. And one of them is the Prestige attachment, which is a new feature coming with Black Ops 7.
And I'm really curious how that's going to function in Warzone, because in order to get these prestige attachments, some of them might be absolute meta attachments. Like if it gives you a crazy good recoil control stat or insane range, a bigger extended magazine, like you're going to want that stuff on there. But if you have to weapon prestige for it and you're just a Warzone player, that's a lot of weapon grinding. And then you got to reset back to level 1 to lose your attachment progress and level it all the way back up again in order to have that prestige attachment. So in multiplayer for grinding for that, I think it's interesting, but I do have a lot of concerns for Warzone gameplay
So
for that
these are
as well.
unique attachments for every single weapon. Weapon prestige is back. Once you
And
fully
every
level
gun's
the
got
weapon, you
one.
can reset. Same as player prestige. And when you do, you'll get access to this special attachment.
And you also get camos with weapon prestige.
That's what I
Very
care about
exciting.
personally,
I love
is the
prestige
camos.
attachments, but I also love me some camos. We're on the forge here. We got the point turret on the wall.
More tac
and then a
stance
nice
sliding.
wall jump into an underbarrel.
Now in Black Ops
See,
7,
they
you
say
have
this is a wall
akimbo,
jump, but I
you
can't
can
lie.
toggle it on and off.
We got to go. I'm changing the volume here. I got to go back a little bit. This almost looks like he's running on the wall
And
here.
then a nice wall jump.
Like it's a wall jump, but he boosts up again towards the wall. It almost looks like he's running, and that's also a really high boost. Like that's almost twice the size of the player, this window that he's shooting into here from this player on the ground. It just seems extreme to me, and I'm not sure if that's going to go over well with players. Obviously, we're going to have to see in the beta, but it's something
Into
I'm
an
keeping my eye
underbarrel.
on
Now in
for
Black
sure.
Ops 7, if you have akimbo, you can toggle it on and off on demand.
So that's really interesting too. Akimbo is just something you toggle now. It's not necessarily something you have to, I don't know if you have to have it as like an attachment in order to toggle it, or if it's just there by default, maybe he'll say here, but toggling akimbo pistols. So if you know you're fighting close range, you can have both of them out, but if you know you're going to be peeking a longer line of sight, but all you have is your pistol, or maybe you're going for camo challenges or something, then you can just have the single one so you can actually ADS and have some range in there.
So when you're in tight interior spaces, you know, you can use
Literally
both
what
your
I just
weapons, get more
I promise I didn't watch
CQB
this video
power,
beforehand.
And then when you find yourself in more mid
This
and
is my
long
first
range
watch.
scenarios, put your left hand away. Now you have full access to ADS
Literally
again.
to a
And as
T
you
what
can
I
tell,
said,
Pablo's
man.
very tactical and strategic with his. I just do it because it looks badass. We've got a brand new score streak called the Skewer. It is a fire and
like a
forget.
hellstorm.
So you saw the
Not really anything
operator
that
pull
new.
out the walkie-talkie, call it in, and it's gonna pick out an enemy on the other team. Boom, just jibs, just red mist everywhere.
This is our Echo 12 shotgun. It's actually
fire
a double
shotgun.
barrel. It's got this huge drum magazine, so there's only a really short rechamber between every couple shots.
So here we got the
It's really interesting that that's a double barrel shotgun, but you can still almost spam it. It's the new doof, essentially, is what that's gonna be there.
dog, one of our favorite
dog.
companions, brand new score streak in the game. So this is a fun one
And you can
that
pet it.
really started as a
Which is ridiculous.
small little Easter egg, and inevitably somebody asked the question, can I pet that dog? And a very small group of people kind of made it happen. You'll have to figure out how to do it on your own though.
This is the VS Recon,
can be
which
an
is a
interact
bolt-action
thing, right?
sniper
Surely.
rifle, and returning sniper rifle from Black Ops 2, one of the most popular ones.
Perhaps the most popular.
Perhaps. Some might argue that, and this person just hit an awesome collat with it, and you'll be able
So basically paying, tribute to the DSR with this is what they're kind of alluding to, it seems like. Ballista DSR were like the classic snipes from BO2 that everybody loved. It's going to be that bolt
to
action
hit
option
your own
there.
collats with it in the beta. We have
We'll be
the
in the
Carbon
beta.
57 high ammo count SMG.
And if
The
you
cordite,
prioritize
basically.
quantity over quality with your bullets, this is a gun for you. If
Or
you'll
tac stance.
remember from a few Black Ops games ago, we have had a cluster grenade, but what we didn't have was this overclock system, which is brand new for Black Ops 7. It allows you to modify your lethals, tacticals, field upgrade, score streaks. This is an example of the cluster grenade lethal with the tighter packing overclock. So that's gonna give me one more mini grenade. So I'm gonna throw it up
see
here in
actually
this
kinda
window,
bounced there.
and I'm just gonna get a bunch of little baby cluster grenades. This
I will say, even just based off the blog yesterday, detailing all the different upgrades and updates you could have with the overclock system, I'm a little worried about the balancing there because there's a lot to monitor. Okay, is the first overclock balanced? That's fine. Is the base version of the equipment or field upgrade or whatever balanced? Is the second overclock balanced? What's a little bit too overpowered? Are you earning something too fast? Like what's going on there? That's just adding a lot more depth into things they're gonna have to monitor ultimately. So again, a little concerned about that.
I think is one of my favorite shots in the entire trailer for a couple of reasons. One, we got the VTOL warship back. Powerful score streaks are very important.
I'm excited
to
for
our
that.
community out there, so we want to make sure we deliver on that. VTOL warship is
I will say I've seen this comment a lot in COD for a little while, and that was that kill streaks, score streaks, they just don't really feel that special anymore. You know, you go back to the golden days of COD, MW2, my fondest memories of COD are rocking the Harriers, the AC-130 or the Chopper, and the Nuke. Those just devastating score streaks or kill streaks back in the day. BO2, the Dogs, the Swarm, the advanced UAV, whatever it was, right? Like, that's what I remember rocking back in the day, dropping so many kills, just feeling like I'm dominating everything. And nowadays, streaks just don't really feel like that. I do like that they're putting some emphasis on score streaks being very, very powerful.
iconic.
The millimeter scanner back from Black Ops 2 while you're looking through the viewport on the optic.
Why? People hated the target finder in BO2 and they brought it back. I'm concerned about this as well.
There's an ongoing pulse that's scanning the environment, and it's going to scan
Basically
enemies even if
a
they're
wall hack optic.
behind a wall, behind a rock, with some counterplay, right? So if you're running cold-blooded, you're not going to appear on scans. If you're moving, you also won't be appearing on scans.
Oh, if you're moving, you
we
don't
got the
appear.
Rhino.
Okay, so that does balance it out a decent bit there.
Drop them from the sky. I'll
That's
just
good,
give you a
that's
little
good.
behind the scenes. Was affectionately called the Juggerbot while we were developing it. It is a remote
Basically
controlled
Titanfall.
robot. You do actually pull out the tablet and you are taking control of this robot. It's super fun. It's one of my favorite score streaks. Back on the overclocking of gear, our good buddy the dog
dog's
again,
back.
showing off more of our overclocks. So the dog here has the Sentry mode overclock equipped, where you can actually point and say sit dog, which I like to do on like a B domination point. It'll hunker down, deploy its trophy system. Enemies are chucking grenades. My dog's
actually
just
will be
eating them,
huge for
eating them
objective
for
mode.
treats. You can actually replenish ammo from the back when it's in Sentry mode, and you can do this in the beta coming up soon.
weapon build codes. So yeah, this is
I'm also
super
really
exciting
liking
for
this.
us. You can now share your weapons so much more easily. Either in-game, you just share it with your friends, pass them along the code, you can text it to your friends, you'll be able to find it on your favorite content creators' videos.
Like me, maybe. Obviously, we're going to be using this a lot in the class setup videos, the loadout videos for this year. Really useful feature that is just, I think, objectively good. It'll help get the builds out to you guys easier. And whenever we adjust something, okay, this barrel is no longer the meta, this stock's no longer the meta, we'll adjust something. Okay, now we've got a new code. Make sure you update to this code so you can have the new best version of this gun. I think this is a pretty cool feature. One of the main things that I think is a positive, objective takeaway from this trailer that did not go over super great again.
Just hop into Gunsmith and load up the build.
We've got a great look at our brand new mode, Skirmish, which is our 20v20 high player
also
count
interested
mode.
in this.
And this is on the map Mission Edge. We'll have 2 maps at launch. I will stress the importance
There's some
of EMP
decent visual
grenades in
recoil in
Black Ops
that
7
too.
multiplayer. We've got drones, we've got dogs, we've got remote robots. They can all be easily disarmed and taken out with one simple EMP grenade. Now, I know we have wall jump in Black Ops 7, but this just goes to show that sometimes keeping your boots on the ground will be better. So you got to pick and choose how you're using your movement.
And this is another thing, because obviously, and I've seen a lot of the comments, a lot of the feedback about this is we don't need the advanced movement. And I'm not in disagreement with that. I much prefer boots on the ground in my Call of Duty, although I had fun in the jetpack era. I think that's an era that should probably be a standalone thing. With this, they've already sort of talked about how not every map is going to feature absurd wall jump spots and that they're not going to be integral parts of map design. I am curious how gimmicky some wall jump stuff will be. Is it always going to be useful if you have to use dexterity to get a full ADS and be able to fire weapons accurately when you're doing it? Is that actually going to be worth using it? Or are you better off at times just playing COD more standard where it's sliding around, it's using some jump shots and your boots are on the ground for the most part, spamming slide cancels or whatever you want to do here with Omni movement, as opposed to trying to force the wall jump stuff into your gameplay and potentially limiting yourself, exposing yourself in certain situations like this where you might be a little bit more vulnerable in gunfights there. At least I like that they're saying, hey, maybe it's better if you don't use wall jumps in certain cases. I'm personally just not all that for it. As of right now, again, maybe my opinion changes in the beta, but
Person did not
I'm curious to
choose
see
wisely,
how balanced the
and
maps
they're
are
getting
for
taken
that
out by
movement.
a brand new shotgun.
That's the M10 Breacher, which is a pump action shotgun, but you can charge it up and that'll reduce its spread.
Sounds
which
crazy.
the player did right before, just to make sure that everything hits nice and square.
And it did. Oh, nice little weapon pickup.
Yeah.
What gun is this, Pablo?
This is a marksman rifle. It's a 2-round burst marksman rifle.
We got to finish with a
Two-round
nice
burst
little
marksman.
finishing move.
Kind of interesting there.
Boom. All of our maps, all 18 of them coming out with Black Ops 7 multiplayer on launch. If we were to pick a favorite off of this, which one are you going with?
Between Scar and Den for me. I don't know, I love the way those play, very defined lanes.
I've said this
Since
before,
you picked
I
two,
do like
I'll
the
go with
diversity of the
Exposure.
maps
It's a ton
visually.
of fun. I'm going to give a shout out to Cortex. Cortex Domination is some of the most fun I'm having in Black Ops 7 MP right now.
Should we play it in beta?
You can play it in the beta. Great question.
Which we
And then
learned
we've got a
from
nice smash
yesterday's
cut of
blog.
Some maps here. This is Mission Tide, the beloved Black Ops 2 map Express. The train is back. Watch out for it. We've got one of our most beautiful maps. You can see here. You're inside
It
the ice
does look
caves.
pretty
This is
with all the ice.
multiplayer map Retrieval with the
Carbon 57 in the player's hand, and it's rocking the prestige attachment right now.
So that's
which
like
is
the
why
Cordite
that
attachment,
magazine
basically.
is red.
one of your favorite multiplayer maps.
There's Den. Yeah, I love the aesthetics.
We're back in the Rotunda, the driveway of Raid, one of my favorite spots.
And this is the hand cannon.
Boom.
Making its return.
This snow map
One
right
shot
here
pistol, of
is
course.
Imprint. It's got some really fun wall jump spots in this. So this is Scar,
Yeah, this is Scar.
another one of your favorite maps.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say?
Nice little quaint town.
Western town.
set it
Little
on
Western
vibe,
town, yeah.
On
Cool
fire.
vibe.
And then, of course, we've have
Hijacked.
to end on Hijacked. And then if we play a little bit further, we'll look to the skies, see our highest tier score streak
The
in
Swarm,
the
or
game.
Legion.
Legion. Swarm of drones that will
Yep, Swarm.
just destroy everything in the map.
Boom. So that's it. That's the trailer. Thanks for watching with us. Hope you enjoyed it.
That was some of our favorite moments. Hopefully you learned a few things, maybe some things you missed, some Easter eggs, little nuggets. We're very excited to be talking about more multiplayer with you in Call of Duty next and be
Which is
playing
in a
the
week
beta coming
from
very
today.
soon. Hi, everyone.
So, couple of things before we also get a few other details from Matt Scronce actually over on Twitter. Nice that we got some additional details here. I mean, talking about how the, wall hack optic there, the millimeter scanner or whatever it's called, is going to be only effective if the players are stationary. They won't show up if they're moving and stuff. I think that's good to get that information out there. Detailing how boots on the ground might be more advantageous in some situations. I think that's good to get out there. Overall, though, still some things I'm a little bit worried about. Now, Matt Scrons over on Twitter did post a few things further clarifying some expectations here. He did post saying, confirming that we do see the requests for Search and Destroy in the Black Ops 7 beta. That's all I'll say for now. As of yesterday, when the blogs and everything went out, there was a lot of feedback going, what's up with Search and Destroy? Why is that not a part of the beta? A lot of feedback on that. Pretty much instantaneously responded and said, we're aware that there's requests for that. Usually this means they're probably going to do some update and include this maybe once the full open beta goes out a few days after early access. And some more feedback here. I actually brought this up yesterday in my sort of concerns and initial impressions video that I did. Parasite ends up posting saying they should probably put dexterity in perk 3 or lightweight. Perk 1 or enforcer has way too much competition, while perk 3, at least for competition, don't really have much going on there. And Matt Scron says this is good feedback and aligns with some discussions that we had last week with some other folks, something we're taking a look at for launch for sure. So the perk balance, which was one of my main red flags, is already actively being looked into as well. So few dev responses here to general feedback, some of the stuff in the trailer as well. Interesting details nonetheless. That said, that is going to wrap things up for this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to ensure you're always up to date with everything going on in COD, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.